In this lesson, we're going to look at multiplication and division of algebraic fractions. Now, to start off, let's look at the top example here, 2/3 times 3/5. Now, the rules of multiplying fractions or multiplying numbers are just doing 2 times the 3, multiply the numerators, the top ones, and then multiply the bottom ones. So 2 times 3 over 3 times 5. So a big 2 and a big 3 there, so that's going to become to 6 over 15. Then you would simplify it down. It's really just the idea of times on the top and times on the bottom. I know you could cancel the 3's and so on, but anyway. Right, so let's have a look at the algebraic fractions. We're going to do exactly the same process. We're just going to multiply the top values together, and then we're going to multiply the bottom values together, and then we're going to simplify if we can. So in the top line, we're going to get 3 times 7a, that's 21 times a. And in the bottom line, you can write just 21 with an a next to it. I'm just writing all this to make it easy to understand. The bottom line, we've got 9 lots of a squared. Again, I'm going to write 9 times a times a. Now we can do a bit of cancelling down here. There's an a in the top and an a in the bottom, and they're both been multiplied by things. So we can do division of a in the top and in the bottom. So you end up with 21 over 9a. And then 21 and 9 both divide by 3, so you get 7 over 3 to finish off. Okay, the next example, well, the same idea, times the top values and then multiply the bottom values. So 4n squared times 6, that's 24n squared. Now you can write that as 24 times n if you want. You don't need to, it makes it easy to understand. And the bottom 3 times n. So divide the top by n and the bottom by n, so cancel them out if you like, you get 24n over 3, and then you can simplify the 24 and the 3, 24 divided by 3 is 8, so 8n. Okay, last one here, multiply the top and then multiply the bottom, so 9 8s are 72, you're going to have a t times an r. And then the bottom, we're going to have 4 3s are 12 times r times t. So we can cancel the t's down, divide the top by t, divide the bottom by t, and divide the top by r, divide the bottom by r. So we're left with 72t over 12. Then a bit of a division. How many 12s go into 72? That's 6. Okay, let's quickly look at division of fractions and then a quick division of algebraic fractions. So to divide fractions, what you do is you flip the second fraction over, so it becomes 2/3, then you multiply by 5 over 3. Notice it's only the second fraction that gets flipped, and then you multiply. Now the basics of this come from this idea here. I'll just go over this again quickly. Oops, that's a white. I don't want a white, I just want a black. Right, so if you take 10 and you divide it by a half, what we're saying there is how many halves go into 10. Now, there's 2 halves in a whole. So if you think how many halves go into 10, because 2 of them make up a whole, then 20 of them make up 10. 20 halves. You think 20 half pizzas, put 20 half pizzas together, you get 10 full pizzas. That's exactly the same as 10 times 2 over 1. That gives you 20. That's where this idea came from. This is just applied to harder fractions like this. Okay, so it's the second fraction you flip and then you do a multiplication. Right, so we have to multiply this bit here. So 2 times 5 and 3 times 3. So that's 10 over 9. Now let's try this with some algebra then. So we've got h squared over n divided by 7h over 3n. So let's flip this and then do a multiplication. So h squared over n times 3h goes in the top and 7h in the bottom. So in the top we've got 3 lots of n times h times h. The bottom we've got 7 times n times h. So we can cancel out the n's in the top and the bottom, that division by n, same as the 2h's here. And what we're left with in top, 3h over 7.